welcome to today's video. And in today's video, we'll be doing a 2024 election prediction between Joe Biden and Rick Scott. First off, this is technically the video for yesterday. It is currently August 8th. This video is for August 7th. Also, this might be a bit of a bad, or this audio might be a bit bad. Most of my family's in bed, so I'm trying to put the mic pretty close to my face and just be fairly quiet. And I am going to try to get through this pretty quickly. Or get through this video recorded pretty quickly. So those are Biden's likely states for all Scott's likely states. Okay. So in New Mexico, Biden's going to do well enough with Hispanic and Latino voters, and do well enough with oil workers, Virginia. Biden's going to do well enough in the D.C. suburbs, do well enough in the black vote. Scott, I think for white rural voters, is going to be pretty solid. I think he's going to do slightly worse than Trump. He's obviously going to do worse than Trump. I don't know if there's any Republican other than Trump who's going to get Trump rural numbers. But I think he's actually fairly strong for rural voters. I don't actually see him being that strong for, I don't see him being that strong for suburban voters. I see Biden doing well enough with the black vote and doing well enough in the D.C. suburbs. New Hampshire and Maine at large. Maine at large being farther to the left than New Hampshire. Biden is gonna do well enough with white rural college educated voters. In Minnesota, Biden's gonna do well enough in Minneapolis, do well enough in the suburbs, do well enough with the working class. Nebraska's second, Biden's gonna do well enough in the suburbs. Nebraska's first, Biden's going to do well enough in the suburbs. Scott's going to get slightly less rural turnout. Kansas, Scott's going to get slightly less rural turnout. Biden's going to do well enough in the suburbs. Iowa, it'll probably shift to the left. Scott's not going to have enough appeal to Obama's Trump voters, but he'll have enough appeal. Ohio, Biden's going to do pretty well with the black vote and do pretty well with suburbanites, do decent with the working class. Scott's going to get pretty good rural turnout, though. Probably still carry it likely. South Carolina, Biden's going to get pretty good black turnout. Scott's going to get pretty good white rural turnout. Alaska, Biden is going to do, Biden's going to do pretty well, or Biden's going to do actually, with Native American voters. We're probably going to see more and more Native American voters turning out and shifting the state to the left, but Biden's like an average candidate in terms of turning out Native American voters. In terms of oil workers, I think he's actually probably going to do better, but likely I think it's a fairly decent place to put it right now. For Biden's lean states, he gets Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Nevada, Scott's going to get slightly less rural turnout. Biden's going to get fairly similar Hispanic and Latino turnout. So, I mean, it could cancel each other out or shift it a little bit to the left. I think those are probably the two most likely scenarios. It'll probably still be fairly similar to 2020, though, even if it does shift a little bit to the right. Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Wisconsin voting the farthest to the right. Michigan voting the farthest to the left. Pennsylvania voting probably in the middle of the two. We're going to see Biden do pretty well with the black vote. Do pretty well in the suburbs. Scott's going to get slightly less rural turnout, and probably worse with the working class. For Scott's lean states, he gets Texas. Florida's probably likely. He's going to make his home state his low to appeal to older white voters and suburbanites in a state like Florida. And Biden's not exactly the best candidate for an area like Miami. Scott, those are actually is only Maine's second. He has enough populist appeal. It could easily be lean. I could actually see it going to Biden realistically, but it's kind of hard to tell. But Texas, he's gonna get pretty decent rural turnout. Do worse in the suburbs. So Biden's probably gonna do slightly better with Hispanic and Latino voters. For Biden's tilt state, he gets Arizona and Georgia, or Scott gets North Carolina. So in Arizona, I see Biden doing well enough with white traditional conservative suburbanites. Honestly, he could carry it lean, but he's probably going to carry it nonetheless. Georgia, Biden's going to do pretty well with the black vote. Scott's going to do pretty well with the rural vote. We'll probably shift a little bit to the left, but probably fairly similar to 2020. North Carolina, Scott's going to get pretty good rural turnout, just slightly worse with the working class. Biden's going to do well enough with black voters, do well enough in the suburbs. North Carolina could easily be lean. It's kind of on line. I'm going to give it to Scott Tilt, but it could easily be lean. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like below. Stay tuned for my next video. Um, whenever it should come up. Please comment your suggestions down below, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.